UFC 319 just happened. Well, it didn't even finish yet. I'm still, they haven't even announced it. But Khamzat Chimaev dominated Dricus du Plessis in this fight. I think when it loads, it will show you that Dricus du Plessis did not land a single significant strike. They say 9, but he really didn't. And Khamzat Chimaev held down Dricus for about 23 minutes. Either it's on the back, standing, like where he has no hooks in, or he's inside control or crucifix, landing little shots. Occasionally, there was a moment in round 3 where he landed big elbows, but most of the time, he was just landing pitter-pat shots while Dricus was flat on the ground, not doing shit, flopping around like a fish, just completely bewildered. In the corner, after the first round, they were real happy, and I was real worried. I was like, man, this is not a pace that's gonna tire Khamzat out. Khamzat clearly has confidence in his cardio in this fight. And he didn't fight like he learned how to be efficient essentially. And he just got into a dominating position and kept it there. Mark Goddard didn't warn them until like the second round, and he didn't take away position until like round 4. But even when they got stood up, as soon as Khamzat got wanted to take down, he got the takedown. Okay. Dricus, oh yeah, they haven't even announced it on my stream, but I already know Khamzat Chimaev has won the middleweight championship in one of the most boring but dominant ways possible. Like he really just did that, and Dricus had 0 answers, and on the feet he didn't do that good either. I just didn't know that he was gonna take such a safe, conservative game plan. But yeah, look, man, I don't hate Khamzat. He's a great fighter. He's an exciting fighter. But if he fights, I will be happy that he's champion. But I'm just afraid that he's not gonna fight. He's gonna wait till 2026 to fight Imavov. Like I don't want that. All right, let's keep the division moving. That's what DDP stood for. But Chimaev made it look easy, man. Moving on. Co-main event. Lerone Murphy also made it look easy. We thought it was gonna jab, low kick, feint, circle out type of fight, but no. Lerone Murphy backs up against the fence, loads up a spinning elbow, and fucking chins Aaron Pico. Back to Bellator, bum. All right, you're not that guy, man. Like seriously, I know that I understand that his stylistically was favored against Murphy, but Murphy has clearly shown improvements in that area, and excuse me, whips out a fucking spinning elbow out of hell, man. Speaking of whipping up a spinning elbow out of hell, what the fuck happened, bro? Prates did the same thing. They were having a competitive fight in the first, and at the end, Prates just says, "You know what? I'm gonna just spin and hit him with my elbow," and that was it. It was that easy. He called out Leon Edwards. That's a great fight. I don't know if Leon wants these problems though. Leon probably grapple him. Leon probably do a Ian Gary game plan. He can win that way, but Prates, man, he got his finishing ability is just through the roof, and yeah, man, he's super dangerous. Nobody has done that to Jeff Neal. Nobody has also thought about just spinning elbowing him. So yeah, good job, caller, about this. That was fucking crazy. Moving on, MVP, who actually called out Prates. He said he was willing to do the UFC Rio co-main spot. If I'm Prates, I am not taking this matchup, bro. Page, maybe he can catch Page, but damn, bro, he is so fast at middleweight. It's crazy. He would do the same at welterweight, man. He was just speed-monging Cannonier throughout the entire fight, really. It's just if you've seen a Michael Venom Page fight, you've seen all of them. All right, this is exactly what you thought. MVP won, kind of close. One of the rounds could have been Cannonier's, to be honest. But Page just had the big moments. He knocked down Cannonier twice and made him look silly, man. This is what he does. He is perfect for the UFC because he has so many clips. Okay, it's easy to put these in highlights, but they all look the same, man. Another impressive performance, but it was kind of expected from MVP. Yeah, moving on. Someone that wasn't expected to get this win, man. Tim Elliott. He submits Kaya Sakura. All week, bro. All week. Everybody, we were thinking Kaya Sakura his fucking. We were singing Tim Elliott his swan song. All right, we were like, it's over, buddy. And Tim Elliott goes out there, takes down Kaya Sakura easily, negates that big Asian monging power, and has his way with him and subs him with a mounted guillotine. Yeah, man. People are now having a lot more conversations about the goat status of the flyweight division, and like DJ's, he's always been one, bro. It's that simple. Kaya Sakura, it's time for a fucking Ode Osborne matchup. I think that's the matchup for him. All right, good job, Tim Elliott. You know what I mean? Everybody counted out, but he showed out for it. Yeah, man. Moving on. This card was fucking solid. The matchups were great, but the realities banged as well. This is Khamzat's teammate, Beisinger. We're just not gonna attempt to say that name, but he subs Eric Nolan. Pretty cool. He's doing the exact thing Khamzat did in front of the Khamzat fans. So if he's good, he'll be a star in the UFC easily. Moving on. This was genuinely sad to see, bro. I knew that this was gonna happen, but I just wanted to, throw a stone out there just to see what happens. Dude, the fight started. I've never seen a more vulnerable man on the feet. GM3 was just lumbering around, plodding around, throwing his slow strikes, and Mikhail was just catching him on the chins as soon as he wanted to. And he stunned GM3 early, and I've never seen a man look more like a victim out there. It was genuinely sad. I was like, oh, it's over. It's fucking over. And it was. Mikhail Alexievich knocks him out in round 1 very easily. The fighting nerd camp is real. His striking does look sharper, but GM3 is also a very easy matchup. All right, moving on. Jessica Andrade versus Lupi Godinez. Yeah, I mean, look, I had Andrade in my parlay. I thought she was gonna lock in, and it was a close fight, and Andrade won the third for sure. But man, she would have Lupi Godinez pressured, backed up to the fence, and she would just stand there doing nothing. I was like, fuck. That's when I knew my parlay was over, man. It was over. All right. Real disappointing. Andrade just too old. I just thought like Lupi says fucking no footwork or get to her, and it did. But Andrade just failed to capitalize, and she throws everything with her hands fucking at her waist like a go-go gadget robot. It was pissing me off, man. I'm not even gonna. Man, I'm just gonna move on from that. But damn, Chase Hooper got fucking slammed out by Alexander Hernandez. It was crazy to watch. I was watching the fight. I was watching it with my friend who was a casual. I was like, man, yo, Cooper needs to get this to the feet, and it looks like he really doesn't look like he knows how to do that. And he would try and he would fumble and fall, and Hernandez was just keeping him at his range, landing more, like not landing because his accuracy was kind of bad, but he was throwing big shots, and eventually he caught Hooper with a big one coming in. Hooper drops to his knees, starts like holding on to an ankle, trying to like barely attempt for a single leg, and Hernandez just puts a heater uppercut right on the chin, and you just see Hooper crumple, cover up, and it was over. And it swung a couple big shots. Yeah, Hernandez looked good, man. And I don't think he was even, yeah, he was a big underdog. This one was one we kind of should have saw coming. Hooper, his striking, it works again, these smaller, less powerful guys with worse wrestling. But Hooper's wrestling is not that good. Hernandez was just confident enough to load big power. And Hooper has holes in the striking, man. He kind of just throws shit and got him caught, man. That was a real unfortunate. Another more unfortunate event, bro. Drakkar Close easily walks down Barboza. You look at his fucking face, man. Look at his eye. This is such a sad moment for me. He's just standing at fucking range, eating shots, not doing shit, getting walked down by Drakkar Close. Drakkar Close. Barboza is not in his prime anymore. He should just go do bodybuilding, bro. Like, genuinely. Please do not go into bare knuckle. Barboza is that fucking tough, gritty guy that would do that. Please do not. I need you to retire, Barboza. You're washed. You've had a great career. You're one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC and one of my favorite fighters of all time. But fuck it, bro. It's done. All right, it's over. There's nothing for you to do in the UFC anymore. Maybe you can fight like Wonder Boy at welterweight or some shit. That's the really only matchup I see for him. Yeah, man. Moving on. And the rest are nobodies. Yeah, man. That was a fucking crazy card. Khamzat Chimaev is the champion. And yeah, man, this is wild. Follow me on X. I'll be live tweeting and shit. Follow me on X on there. Like the video, subscribe. I'll have a matchups video out soon. Catch you on the next one, man. Peace.